This might seem like it's a store, at least this page, but really it's a story. So I just wanted to stop today and share with you what the story is. To some, it might sound like I'm bragging, and maybe on some level I am. But I can't be bragging about anything that I've done because, trust me, I never could have conceived of any of these things. I want to brag on my team. I want to brag on the way that God has intertwined our lives together. And I just want to tell you about a little bit about the things that we're offering here on this page. To understand some of the story, I guess you need to understand about grata moments. If you're not familiar with that concept already, then you might want to check out the video that I have or the definition, whatever, on the grata moment page. But once you do understand that, and you understand that I started this journey towards being more grateful, this journey towards contentment, maybe 5 years ago. And as I started seeing it change me, my thinking, my focus, everything about me started changing. And yet I wanted something that would help me remember more and more to be grateful, especially as I saw its powerful effects. And the more I thought about it, I realized that I start my day with a cup of coffee. I used to be a tea drinker, got to the point it was taking too long. You wake up early in the morning, the kids, you have to get up early because of the kids. So the coffee was already made. It was set the night before, set to drip. And so I wake up with my cup of coffee. And I thought, what a great way to start my day. Have my coffee with a reminder to stop and be grateful. So I went and I talked to my neighbor, Paula Robson, who does merchandising for a living. I said, Paula, this is what I'm thinking. I don't know if this is even possible, but is there a way we can take this grata moment thing and put it on a cup? And she just lit up and she said, Stacy, you have no idea how much I would love to help you with this. Because she's so gifted at merchandising of the artwork, of putting it all together and making it just amazing. But she said, I do this for sporting events and for different things like that. She goes, I would love to be able to do something that really has a deep purpose. So from that, as Paula and I worked together, she helped design and create these mugs, which probably on the video is going to look backwards, but it's going to be the right way on the picture below, so you can look at that. So that's my fun story with the mugs, that then I ended up adding purple ones because, well, what girl can be grateful without purple? So now there's the black and the purple mugs. And then I've had the privilege of getting to know Stephanie Hinderer, who is the founder and president of Red Paper Letter Company. And I have just fallen in love with her artwork, with her cards. They are so simple and yet beautiful. I think it's the simplicity of it that allows the beauty, the true heart and message to really shine through. And so maybe last summer, a year ago, I don't remember, I had this idea in my head and I really wasn't sure if it was valid or not, if it was any good, but I decided to send it to Stephanie and see what she thought. And I just gave her kind of this idea for a card that I had in mind, and I said, what do you think? Is this any good? Or if it's horrible, please tell me. And she didn't say it was horrible, so either she lied or she liked it. Hopefully she didn't lie. But from that concept that I gave her, she designed a card, which is probably going to show it backwards again. Bad video. It says, I'm grateful for, this is my little heart from the eyes of your heart. And then on the back, she added the verse, rejoice in the Lord always. I will say it again, rejoice. Philippians 4:4, which if you've been around the site, you know I use that a lot. That's a very meaningful, personal verse to me. And then the last story of the store, at least at this point in time, is the necklaces that are just being added on, hopefully today. And they were added because as I started preparing for a women's retreat called Unlocking the Secret to Contentment, I thought, wouldn't it be great if women could go home with just a little something that would help them remember what the retreat was about? Unlocking the secret to contentment simply is to become content, we just need to practice being more grateful. It's such a simple thing and yet not simple at all. So I thought, what if someone could have just a little thing that would help them remember to be grateful? Just a little reminder. Well, I'm not crafty at all, so if I were to craft it, nobody would want it. So I ended up connecting with Natasha, who is the founder of Nat's Knapsack on Etsy. Check out her shop. It's awesome. I started drooling as we were Facebooking, messaging back and forth, and she told me her shop, and I'm looking at her stuff, and I thought, I'm so lucky to be partnering with somebody so talented. And I just have to share her story because it's so similar to Paula's. That as I said, this is what I'm hoping to do, and I don't know if it's possible. And honestly, I didn't even give her much notice. I said, the retreat is in like 6 weeks or something like that, and I put in a big order. And she just said, Stacy, I was just telling my husband this morning how I would love to be able to use my gifts, my crafting abilities, to not just make necklaces, to not just make things, but to help somebody, to have a cause behind it, to partner with a person with a ministry. So I've been partnering with Natasha, which just blows my mind. This whole thing has blown my mind. I first said, is there a way you can make necklaces with a little key? And from that, Natasha said, well, could I put like a little hand-stamped thing on it? Let me see if I can show you mine. Not sure if this will work. Here's the medallion. It says Unlocking the Secret. This is one of 2 different medallions that there are. This is the key that I've picked. It kind of, someone told me it looks like a crown on top, but I personally, that's my favorite. But I just have to brag because I have a great team. The keys, that was a fun project. Natasha would email me pictures of different keys, and then my daughter and I would go and we'd look at the pictures and we got to pick the keys. So this might be a store, but it's a story. It's a story of contentment. It's a story of collaboration, of working with others, of seeing God do things that I couldn't have imagined. So thanks for checking out the store, but really, thanks for listening to the story.